So for each sample, we need to have the actual weight of the substance in the graduated cylinder, but not the weight of the graduated cylinder. So we can do this simply by using a tare function or zeroing function on a scale. So we put a graduated cylinder on there, and if we hit the tare or the zero button, it automatically zeroes out the weight so that it's no longer a factor. And then when we put in our sample, it weighs 11.87 grams. And then we need to look at this and measure the exact volume. Okay, and so you want to have the level of the fluid flat. You don't want to be looking this, where it's angled, but you want to have the level of the fluid flat. And then look at the numbers. And you want to estimate between the graduations and get the exact numbers. So we have a graduated cylinder, and we're going to pour the heaviest one in the bottom. And so when we pour it, we want to do it at an angle. And this is Caro, so it takes quite a while to pour. But we'll let it pour down, and we want it to go slowly. It's not so much the problem for the first one, but the second one, it gets, it's going to penetrate through the previous layer and mix it up. So we want to make sure the layer's on the top. Okay, so that one is in, and then you will take the next one, and I've put if I look at this, I've put a dye in them. This is just water, but I put in it so it'll contrast with the second, as the second layer. Otherwise, it's hard to see the difference between the two. Okay, and so I'm going to layer it slowly. I don't want to just pour it down the middle. And there it is. I have the two layers. And then the next one, if it's colorless, then you could just go with it blank, and then the third one would be, or the fourth one would be then a colored one. Okay. So it gives you a nice separation of the layers. Okay, so that's how you set up this experiment. And you just need to do it for all your samples and create a column. And so you should have alternating layers based on the density, from the highest density in the bottom to the next one. And then you can start putting objects in the density column. And then where that object sits will be its density. If it's in the middle of a layer, it's that density. If it's between layers, sitting right there, then you need to average the two density layers and come up with that number. All right, that's it.